1, call 92.
Lirola yatina ubao Lirola yatina ubao
You know, they claim that they own the beach. So, as a local person that lives in the village, they're trying to stop you from walking along the beach, not realizing that 60%, 60 feet from any beachfront is actually public property in Belize. So, we still give them a hard time about that because at the end of the day, we own the damn beach. We didn't have all the big fancy resorts and stuff. You know, growing up, it was basically thatched houses in the village. Life was actually based on fishing and farming. You know, but now with tourism, it's now mainly based, especially in Hopkins here, and I would say coastal villages. Their economy is basically based on tourism itself.
And does your dad have challenges competing with people who are international who come here and open tour operating businesses?
Yep. Sometimes we have a lot of foreigners that comes in to the mainland, and what they do, they notice the opportunity of the tourism being our #1 income for Belize. So what they do, they buy this big establishment because they have the finance to do it. They buy this big establishment, buy boats, buy a lot of stuff. And they don't really know much about the surrounding area, the touring, the purpose, the safety, and what's to preserve and what not to preserve. So they hire a lot of guides to do the job for them.
According to an article in Slate.com, tourism makes up approximately 28% of the Belizean economy. I wondered if local Belizeans wish the economy were different. I often started my interviews with the question, what is your dream Belizean economy? This led to talking about colonialism, boat ownership, Belizean currency, and so much more. The sounds you just heard are howler monkeys that live in Coxcomb Jaguar Reserve. Alongside howler monkeys and the jaguars, Mayans have also lived on this land. Scholars estimate that the Mayan people have lived here since at least 10,000 BC. Our tour guide also used to live here. He resided here until his people were displaced due to the Jaguar Reserve. In a conversation, we spoke about how the reserve has been built in a painful manner, with officials and conservationists seeking little input from the people who have lived here for centuries. He emphasized that Mayan people cared about the jaguars, but there could be a better solution reached where wildlife can be preserved and we can be respectful to indigenous people who have some claim to the land. When local Belizeans envision a different economy and how we can reimagine the tourist economy, they often spoke not just about jaguars, but also about the reef.
A lot of foreigners come here and don't educate people about when they go in the water, what not to touch, what to touch. And as soon as people go in the water, they see a coral, they stand on it. That's not good. We as local guides, that's the first rule we implement. Don't touch. Look, observe, take pictures, and leave bubbles.
Lots of local Belizeans also spoke about beach degradation and mangroves.
You know, when it comes to being like natural aspect, you know, to be natural natural vegetation, without beaches being raked and everything like that, leaving it natural. So basically the beaches, in a sense, will refresh itself.
Yeah.
By raking the beaches and stuff like that, adds more erosion of that, cutting down mangroves and stuff along the coast, erosion. And basically what happens is when you get flooded, you get a lot of water flowing through the area.
While tourists, expats, and locals have many things that divide us, there is a common concern for the land and the environment. After my interviews, I have a renewed passion for ecotourism as being essential for building a Belizean economy.
Educate people as best as we could, try to teach them about the area, tell them about the safety facts, and be a good stewardess towards everything.
When I asked our tour guide how he envisioned a dream economy, with all voices at the table, and how we could keep tourism in the control of the local people, he paused for a moment and then stated, "You know, we spend so much time measuring GDP, but how often do we measure gross national happiness? We must remember this man's wisdom as we move forward in building a better economy and a better world."